So I have no idea what's been going on with this, but for the last few days, my lobbies have all been sweatier than a teenager whose mom just typed the letter P into the Google search bar. Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Black Ops Cold War. And yeah, I don't know what's been going on. My lobbies have been absolutely horrible for like 3 days straight now. I don't know what's caused it because I don't really recall having played that well recently, but... So I know I said a couple videos ago I was gonna try and hard commit to just getting a shit ton of kills on this Barrett, but the more I've like forced myself to run around with it, I've basically only used this thing for the last probably like 4 or 5 days straight, and the more I run around with it, the more I realize it's just not gonna work, man. It's such a miserable experience. Like, my lobbies are bad enough as is. Forcing myself to only use the objectively worst sniper rifle in the entire game has honestly made things way worse. I'm still pulling it out here and there, but I'm mainly defaulting back to the Tundra again. And the Pellington, actually. I've been surprisingly playing a little bit better with this thing recently. So today, I think I'm gonna try a swap class for the first time on this game. I've seen a lot of snipers running around with this, but I never did it because I never felt like having the second sniper was really worth giving up perk greed and having all those perks down there. So I got this set up here. It's just standard Pellington, standard Tundra. Basically, the whole class is how you would expect it for a quick scoping class. And then for the perks, I got Flak Jacket, Ghost, and Gung Ho. I don't know if Ghost is more worth it than Ninja or Attack Mask yet. I can't really decide. All right, so we'll try this out. We'll see how it does. Dude, like, come on, man. Meanwhile, my whole team's just fucking over here lining up for collapse. Why are we all... I'm out of here. No, nope. First lobby, we're already done. But actually, that leads me perfectly into the topic of discussion for today's video. I saw a YouTuber by the name of Fixer posted a video about an Activision employee or like intern or something apparently went on TikTok and made a bunch of videos explaining skill-based matchmaking and like the thought process behind it. It's a very interesting watch if you want to feel sick to your stomach and go throw up for an hour. I'm not joking about that, by the way. Like, you'll actually feel sick watching this video. It's so fucking gross. I'll link it in the description if I remember. Really? Out of all the lobbies that are probably going on right now, you guys thought this one right here was the one that was perfect. And basically, a lot of the stuff that this Activision employee was talking about, first of all, it makes total sense. It's a lot of stuff that we kind of like speculated they were doing anyway. I hit marked them. Get wrecked. But in essence, apparently skill-based matchmaking, or they call it, I guess, engagement-oriented matchmaking or something to that effect. Apparently, it's this algorithm that's specifically designed to try and maximize your engagement with the game, which apparently includes putting you in losing lobbies on purpose and lobbies that it knows you won't do well in. Apparently, the idea is to not only give you lobbies where you're going to be able to do well, but also lobbies where, like, you're going to get wrecked so that you basically try and play again and go for, like, one more win or something like that. Fixer goes into a whole lot of detail about this in his video, so I'd highly recommend checking it out if you have time. But yeah, Fixer makes a really good point towards the end of the video where basically he says that Activision has essentially done their best to turn the entire game into a loot box. The entire game operates under an algorithm that is specifically designed not for you to have the most fun, but to maximize the likelihood of you purchasing their microtransactions. I mean, this isn't news. We've been speculating this since last year, but like seeing it actually put down on paper, especially from somebody like this Activision intern who was supposedly behind the scenes like working on this shit. I don't know, man. It's just so depressing. Because to peel back the curtain a little bit, as somebody who has worked at a large company with data metrics like this, you know, like working to maximize engagement. I don't work for a game company doing this, but like working to maximize engagement and using analytics to make sure that people are getting the most out of what's going on, right? From a paper perspective, what Activision's doing isn't wrong. Like, they're using algorithms and they're using data to determine the most likely scenario that's going to make them money. And from a business perspective, it makes perfect sense. I guess on that level, we can't really knock them for doing it. But at the same time, it's just so frustrating because almost anybody who plays this game on a regular basis knows that ultimately it makes the game less fun. It really does. Like, I keep spawning into lobbies like this, and I have been for the last 3 days straight, and I've noticed this, and after watching this video, I actually thought about this. Even back to Modern Warfare, I can think I've gone through so many cycles of this where there'll be days and days and days where I'm just miserable. And then they'll be followed by like 2 or 3 days where all my lobbies are just god tier. I guarantee those days are coming up pretty soon, but for right now, I'm stuck putting up with this. And the reason is that the game has determined that this is the most optimal way to get me to continue engaging with their content and then have the highest likelihood of buying more microtransactions or some nonsense like that. But yeah, so there you go. In case you were still under the impression that skill-based matchmaking was strictly in the game to cater to Timmies, which honestly, I think some of us kind of were, it's not. It's also in the game to cater to you in a kind of sadistic way. Apparently, part of the algorithm tries to like recreate the rush that you get from gambling, right? So like you don't really know what you're gonna get. Again, literally turning the game into a loot box. But I will say, I think Activision miscalculated on that point. I don't think anybody really Same gun, same fucking distance, shot each other in the same spot. Are you joking? I did not just see that. That's not even real. Does Freak have dark matter? He does. That's the real dark matter, by the way, not Dark Aether. Now, the one thing that I am wondering about, though, I wonder if I can, like, cheese this, right? The game is supposedly built to maximize the chances of incentivizing you to, like, buy the battle pass and shit, right? So does that mean if I don't buy the battle pass next season, I'll be more likely to get good lobbies more consistently? You would think, like, them trying to maximize my incentive to buy the battle pass, they would want to give me good lobbies as often as possible so that I'm having the most fun possible on the game, right? Maybe I'll give that a try. Also, sorry I'm not really showing off gameplay with this swap class. These last two lobbies have just been horrific. Like, yeah, like I don't even know what to make of this, honestly. Yeah, you guys can have the flags, honestly. I don't care about winning anymore. Activision's determining whether I win all these games anyway, apparently, so what's the fucking point, am I right? But yeah, I am serious, though. Go watch Fixer's video. It actually is really good. It explains a lot of these concepts I'm talking about in a much less nonchalant and angry about it fashion. Like, I wish I knew what these metrics were so I could find a way to cheese them for better lobbies. Like, essentially reverse boost without reverse boosting, you know what I mean? At this point, I'm not even looking for potato lobbies. I'm just looking for lobbies that don't feel like they've been rigged against me. Like, yeah, I haven't done a whole lot to help us win this game, but also, I don't know how much I could have done. They threw me into this lobby in progress. I don't care. Keep killing me. Maybe my next game will be better. I don't give a shit. I have zero incentive to care about my statistics on this game at all. Our best friend Ninja's whole weak mindset rant doesn't apply here because guess what? Treyarch's good old algorithm decides whether or not I'm allowed to do good anyway, so whether I'm good or bad at the game, I'm sure I'll be handed a fun lobby eventually. Just give it to me on a silver platter, Treyarch. I'm a baby. I can't seize it for myself. Make sure you tuck my little fucking baby bib into my neck before you spoon feed it to me, huh? Being more serious for a moment, I actually do want to experiment with that next season. Like, if I don't buy the battle pass, will my lobbies be better? I'll give that a nice try, and then maybe what I'll do is, like, if my lobbies definitely seem to have improved a whole bunch, then maybe, like, halfway through the season, I'll buy the battle pass, and we'll see if there's, like, a tangible difference. We'll, like, science the shit out of this, you know what I mean? I'll be like Matt Damon in The Martian, just do a bunch of math, get some analytics going. I'll make possibly one or several Excel spreadsheets, that type of shit. What the fuck am I talking about, honestly? I don't know how we fix this problem, really. It makes them too much money. There's too many people who just don't pay attention to it or just don't realize it's never gonna change. It's like the whole 2K situation, right? Like, yeah, the majority of the community's complaining, but they still buy the game every year. I'm part of the problem, too. I keep buying the fucking game. I mean, granted, the goal is to buy microtransactions, so maybe if I just don't do that all year, maybe things will get a little better. I can't believe that worked. That's nuts. I don't even care that I died. I don't know how the fuck I just hit that tomahawk. What the fuck are you doing up there? Get off the tank, you little weirdo. Oh my goodness. So if you haven't been keeping up with my Monster Hunter series, we finished off like the final boss of, I guess, the main quest of the expansion. And now we're into the end game content, which is what I was going for before. I was kind of hoping to make like a whole bunch of videos on that, but I've run into a little bit of a snag because it seems like this post-game content is a lot more complicated than I had initially expected it to be. So like I said at the end of the last video, basically I was going to take today and try and sort of figure out what the deal with that post-game content is, and then start making videos from there once I had a better idea of what exactly I was supposed to be doing. But the problem is that it's looking to be a lot more complicated than I originally thought, and it's probably going to be a bit more time-consuming than I originally thought. I missed. I'm so fucking bad. Oh my god. So anyway, as a result of all this, it might be a little bit more time than I'd initially planned between episodes. Just because, first of all, I need to figure out what the hell I'm actually supposed to be doing. And then once I do, obviously I have to do it. I talked to a friend who's a bit more knowledgeable about the game than I am, and he basically said that this other area is really time-consuming, grind-heavy, that whole fucking thing. I somehow went 19 and 10. I don't know how. Regardless, I'm gonna figure it out. It just might take me a little bit more time than I thought. Because especially with the whole, like, Dark Aether grind and stuff, like, I have a lot of grinding to do in games. So I'm probably not gonna have a video up tomorrow, but with it being New Year's and all. I mean, I know I'm not, like, gonna be going out or anything, what with everything going on. You know, it's not gonna be that kind of holiday this year. Figured it might be good to, you know, step back and just enjoy the holiday a little bit. I can't believe it mantled. So it didn't mantle the first time, then I didn't want it to mantle, and it mantled, and then I died. I can't fucking believe it, dude. Also, I'm gonna need a break from this game, honestly. I need to just... I mean, for one thing, I need to sit and farm zombies for a little bit, because I gotta get going on this camo and stuff, you know? All right, we're out. Yeah, all right, I'm calling the video there. So yeah, like I said, no video tomorrow. We'll be back at it on the 2nd. I'll probably make some video talking about New Year's and all that crap later. Or maybe I won't. I don't fucking know. As always, if you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content. And yeah, I hope you all have a great New Year's, and I'll see you in the next one.